Whoa, why is this camera not being connected here? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Gio here, professional problem solver. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for your patience. We had some technical opportunities, but we are back stronger than ever. So today we're going to discuss very important topic, the topic of discipline. Discipline. I don't think I grew up with enough discipline. What is the definition of discipline? Jamie, we don't have a Jamie, we have a Julia. But we are going to look it up real quick. I'm very curious about what is the exact definition. I remember it sounded a little harsh when I first read it in my life. Let me check it out. Discipline, according to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. Whoa. Let's repeat that. The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. Sounds pretty tough. Sounds pretty harsh. But that's what discipline is. So is discipline a good thing or a bad thing? I would love to see your opinion in the comments. Please go ahead and let me know what you think. Is discipline a good thing or a bad thing? Did you grow up in an environment with very strong discipline? Did you enjoy the punishment? Because I'm sure there were some cases of disobedience. And did you grow up in an environment without any discipline? Let me know in the comments. And let me know what's your opinion. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Has it paid off in your case, or has it worked out not in your favor? So the reason why I want to talk to you about discipline is because I believe it's critical for success. I don't think that success is possible without discipline. It's just our perception about what discipline really is. So many people believe that they're just not good at discipline. They say I'm not very disciplined, which is true. I was one of them, and that's how I started this stream this morning. I said I don't think I grew up with enough discipline. Obviously, other observers might disagree. They might think that I was disciplined, but maybe not for the right things. So that's exactly what I want to get into. Those people that believe that are not very good at discipline or are born just not being able to be disciplined. Those people that stand against control, those people that have problems with authority, those people that don't like to follow the rules because they don't agree with the punishment, they don't believe in the consequences. Those people don't believe in discipline. But if you flip it a little bit, and if you follow and observe those people during those situations when they're doing things that are not so good for them, the things that they actually enjoy, they're very, very, very disciplined in preparing for those things, in paying attention to the detail, and actually executing those things on time every single day, every single week, every single month. So here's what I mean. Let's say you have problem with eating habits, and you gained a lot of weight. You don't have the discipline to go to gym, you don't have the discipline to work out every day, but when it comes down to watching your favorite show, you have discipline. You will show up on time, you're going to prepare for the perfect experience, you're going to make sure you have food lined up, drinks lined up. You're going to be perfect in your preparation. So you are disciplined in some areas of your life and not disciplined in other areas of your life. So the whole point is being able to apply the same discipline, the same work ethic towards the areas that are actually beneficial for us rather than the areas that are ruining our life. So that's why I believe discipline is critical for our success, but it really depends on what our definition for success is as well. The other thing I wanted to really go over before we start into the benefits of discipline and why it's critical for success is the fact that discipline is one of the ways to offer education, right? So if those parents, for example, who apply discipline in their parenting are often celebrated down the line with respect. So I believe that discipline leads to respect, and ruling by fear, which is basically the definition of discipline, leads to pride and ego. So, not to sound too controversial here, but the definition of discipline is you follow particular rules, and if you don't follow them, there would be consequences, there would be definitely punishment, which kind of sounds like ruling by fear. But many times, when it leads to great benefits, we go back to those situations of fear and look at the accomplishments, and we believe that it was worth it. So then we look at those moments and we can appreciate them in a state of gratitude. So those, two, ruling by fear and ruling by respect, after the accomplishment, after the benefits, there's a very thin line. So sometimes we have to cross that line by taking responsibility. We have to be coachable. Able to we have to be able to follow discipline, right? So what I want to get into a little bit later is self-discipline. When we actually punish ourselves, when we master discipline to the point where we don't need anyone else to keep us accountable, we don't need anyone else to punish us if we don't follow the proper plan. Okay, so why is it important? Why is it so critical for us to be disciplined? Even very spiritual people like Dalai Lama said, a disciplined mind leads to happiness, and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering. So if we choose the freedom not to follow discipline, not to follow proper rules, not to follow specific regime, specific routine, not to follow specific schedule, because that's what discipline really is, doing the same thing that you set yourself you're going to do repeatedly for a certain amount of time until you achieve a certain goal. It's showing up at particular time and in particular fashion, regardless of how you feel. Showing up for yourself because you realize that this is beneficial to you. That's when discipline really works. Okay, so many times discipline doesn't work when you show up and there's no benefit to you and you're completely forced to do it. um, and many times discipline doesn't show up, doesn't work when you arrive for the reason that is not genuine, so if you have the wrong intention. So those are the situations when discipline make sometimes doesn't work. So dedication to work, we must be dedicated to work on becoming good at discipline. If we want to master self discipline, one of the things that truly helped me out was a challenge that I got involved in a couple of years ago. Actually, I think it was exactly a year ago. It was called 75 Hard. And I kind of created a version of the challenge, um, put my own little twist into it. So now I think that 90 days would be a little bit more appropriate because I combine it with some more mental skills. So, long story short, some of you are familiar with the challenge, some of you are not, but it's a combination of fitness challenge and mental challenge. And I believe that if it's organized, it will be so much better. And here's what I mean by organized. So the challenge is 75 days. You got to work out twice a day. You have to drink a gallon of water. You have to read 10 pages from a self development book. You have to take a progress picture every day. You can't drink any alcohol and you got to eat clean diet. And there's no cheating. If you cheat, you got to start from day one. So here's why I think that it could be even much better and faster transformation if you are even more strategic while doing while doing that challenge. So I've done it 3 times back to back almost, and every time when you finish the challenge, I feel, at least that's my experience with the challenge, is I need a little bit more. So I'm not completely exhausted from the challenge. I know a lot of people that have gone through Marines boot camp, and when they leave the boot camp, they do feel a little bit of nostalgia. They do miss it a little bit, but they don't want to go back. So it's not the same feeling with the challenge. You are on the edge of turning into a lifestyle, but you don't because you miss being not so disciplined, and the first thing you're thinking about celebrating is going to eat a bucket of ice cream or get drunk or do something like that. So that's not the purpose of the challenge. If you are graduating the challenge properly, you would be choosing that as a lifestyle. So I think if you continue for another 15 days and make it 90 days and strategically end it with declaration, with commitment, you will have true transformation into a new identity. But many people don't do that and they fall right into the trap. So it's much harder to build a house, it's much harder to build something, to build a foundation than to destroy it. Everything that it takes a while to build. Have you ever tried to build a house of cards? You have to be so precise. You have to be so careful. You have to even be careful breathing. And then it's so easy to destroy it, to knock it out, right? So it takes so much effort to reach to that level of discipline, of momentum, of greatness. And then if you don't have the right intention, if you don't have the intention to make it a lifestyle, you will fall back. Eventually you will fall back to the old ways. And what was the purpose of putting in so much work? So here's what I mean by strategic. If you strategically pick the books that you're reading, and the books are leading up to the moment of commitment, and on day 90 you say, this is how I'm going to live the rest of my life, then the challenge is going to have permanent effect. And that's why I think discipline is super important, but also when you apply strategy and figure out what you really want, why are you disciplined, what is the why, what is the purpose of the effort, what would you get instead if you don't follow the regime, if you don't follow the schedule. So are you willing to pay the price of failure? So what are you going to lose if you're not following the plan, if you're not following the schedule. So it's very important to be clear on your reasons why you're going through this process and how you're going to get there. And that's where the strategy comes in. So many people just don't strategize. If you start a challenge like that, you need a strategy. You need to realize that you're going to need more energy, you're going to need more sleep, you're going to need to cut some relationships off, you're going to need to change many things in your lifestyle in order to be prepared. And if it's important for you to finish the challenge, you have to be strategic about the how. So, what are you going to do? Why is this important? Why is it important for you to finish the challenge and to transform into the new you? And then, how are you going to do it? So, I love the challenge, and I think that Andy Frisell is a genius for coming up with it because it's so simple and it had such a phenomenal challenge following. But I think I can make it better by applying more strategy into the mental side of it, and be strategic about the 10 pages you read each day, because those 10 pages could be affirmations and they could lead you into different direction, completely different direction that could allow you to more be better at discipline, and to really work on your whys on daily basis, and just do it with ease instead of feeling pressure and stress, because many people stress out during the challenge. So, anyways, dedication to work really comes from whys and from hows, from the strategy. But disciplined people, they're always in a mission mode. So it's much more important for you to have that purpose, to have that real end result in mind every day, than to be motivated on daily basis. Motivation will definitely wear out on day 2, day 3, day 4, and you will be lost. So the intention is senior to anything else. Discipline really helps you remain focused. When you commit to discipline, you will stay focused. And most people have problems with getting focused. So many issues come from not being able to focus. Time management, energy management, not getting things done, being busy instead of being productive, which leads to so much more problems, right? Lack of results would lead to all the problems. So getting focused is a skill, and being disciplined really helps you remain focused. This is probably the most important part of this stream. So if you are near pen and paper, write this down. The reason why I want you to write it down is because I want you to remember this. The difference between successful people and average people, the force of average, and successful people, the people that are leading the pack, the people that have more freedom to make choices, is successful people commit and are disciplined to do easy things each and every day. Very, very easy things that a lot of people would say that are insignificant, but because of compound interest, those things end up delivering tremendous results because of passive compound interest, and because of the fact that you're doing it on daily basis. Eventually the results are permanent and they're very stable. They're literally the foundation, the backbone of people's confidence and self-esteem and peace. So if you are interested in peace in your life, you definitely need to learn how to apply discipline, because there's no peace without preparation and without hard work that leads to substantial results that are consistent enough to have longevity. And that's how you get to that point, by doing easy things each and every day. So the easy things are easy to do and easy not to do. For example, if you want to get in shape, and I make it super easy for you and ask you to do a 45-minute walk every morning, that doesn't seem like hard work. Walking, like we're human beings, we're designed to walk. Walking should be effortless, right? So if you walk for 45 minutes, that seems easy. Most people would take me up on the offer, right? But if they give up on the third day, it was because it was too easy, and they underestimated how important it is, and they underestimated the compound interest and the commitment. And the results will come in after the volume. When you do it 365 times, and when you measure the results, you will say it was definitely worth it. If you are extremely um, um, overweight, and if you end up losing 40, 50 pounds in a year just because of a 45-minute walk, it will be worth it, I promise you. So that's just an example, but you can apply it with everything, with sales, with any area of your life. You want to improve your relationship, you want to be able to be a better listener. So you could apply a very, very simple exercise on daily basis, very simple exercise that you commit to 10 minutes per day or 1 minute per day. And then at the end of the year, you're going to be able to account for phenomenal results. So that's what the secret is. If you're wondering what the secret to success is, that's it. Easy things. Successful people do easy things each and every day. They're super disciplined about it. And the force of average doesn't see the return on the investment. They underestimate the compound interest, which is probably the most important thing in life. I think that's what Einstein said. This is the most powerful force, compound interest. Focus on that energy. And a lot of the members from the force of average just don't see it. Okay. So being disciplined also help you get more things done. Um, while you're disciplined, you just find yourself with more time. So if you do something 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times, you just become really good at it. You start training your body to do it on instinct, and your mind is not even involved while you're doing it. So while you're able to do that, your mind is consumed by strategic planning on other things, critical thinking, right? And your body is executing the rest of the tasks. So if you focus and commit to those easy things, they're not going to be a burden. They're going to be something that it's effortless. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't give you any frustration. It's just something that you do every day, and it's part of life. And those things you believe in because you know exactly the award from your effort, and you know it's worth it. So you do it with love, pleasure, and joy. So you'll be getting more things done. You have a lot more time to be able to handle problems. You'll be able to handle problems with no stress because of the compound interest, because of the foundation that you've built for the commitment of doing the things that offer you the security or offer you the peace of mind. And because of your preparation, you'll be able to get a lot more things done. You will be able to have more control in life with discipline, um, because you will have so many things taken care of. So again, adversity will happen. Things will go out of control, and sometimes we will have to face problems. But if you have the opportunity to handle them the enough with enough amount of focus, you wouldn't have any stress, right? So discipline will boost your confidence. The amount of accomplishment of you will receive is just is going to give you the perception, and it's going to give you the feeling of self love, self respect, because you're going to accomplish so many things with discipline, and you're going to give full credit to discipline. You're going to realize that it was all because you committed to do a simple thing every day at particular time, and you eventually did it so many times that you started to become familiar with that thing and become good at it, and perfect it and have fun with it, and actually enjoy doing it. So it will boost your confidence. You will feel accomplished because you would notice that the rest of the world doesn't do it. You would feel that you're pushing more. You will see weakness in other people, and you will just feel that you're on the other side of the river, on the other side. And it will just give you a phenomenal feeling of accomplishment, that you're above average, which is very important for your self-esteem. Discipline will improve your mental health. If you feel that you have issues in that area, then definitely focus on simple things every day. Do the walk, or read 10 pages every day, or focus on maybe starting your day with a positive video, or staying away from your phone before you go to bed, or right after you wake up, staying away from social media for the first 3 hours of your day. Things like that. Those are going to be well, obviously, you're gonna make an exception of watching this show first thing in the morning, but that's the opposite of negative energy here. We're learning new things, and I hope that I receive your honest feedback on whether or not the things are helping you in your life. And I would really appreciate you to give me that feedback. And I would judge whether you like it or not by the amount of sharing and the amount of love you're sending me, the amount of feedback. So if you want to improve your mental health, definitely focus on simple things, simple sacrifices that you can do on each day that will lead you to strong results. And apply discipline in something that seems easy. I can give you a lot of ideas in that direction. Just hit me up on DM, and I'll be glad to try to help you out. So it was such a pleasure to connect with you this morning. We had some technical opportunities, and I'm so grateful for them and for you for joining us this morning. It was amazing to share my time with you, and thank you for sharing and commenting on your video on this video. Vessi, good morning. Make it a great day, and I'll catch you again tomorrow morning. Yeah.